Hey, make sure you have $3,000 ready by the end of the month. I'm buying a new set of golf clubs and a bag.
What? $3,000? You can't just spring this on me. I wasn't prepared for something like this. Why do you even need that much money?
Because I want them. Do I really need to explain that to you? Just shut up and get it ready.
But that's going to hit our budget really hard. We can't just decide on such a big expense without any planning.
Excuse me? We're living off my paycheck, so why are you complaining? Your job is to adjust the budget for me.
That's not the point. As a family, shouldn't we talk things through before making decisions?
Family? Are you kidding me? The only reason you guys can live is because I'm the one earning the money. How I spend my money is my choice.
But if you do that, we'll have to cut back on other essential expenses. I'm asking you again, can't you think more about the family?
You're so annoying. You have no right to tell me what to do. If I say something, it's your job to make it happen.
Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I do. What? You're going to argue with me? If you don't like it, then leave.
Leave? I've been working so hard to keep this family together. And how can you say something like that?
Keep it together? You are hilarious. All you're doing is maintaining the life I've provided, so you don't waste it. You're the one who should be grateful.
With that kind of mindset, I honestly don't think I can keep living with you.
Oh, come on. Don't be ridiculous. Someone like you would have stayed single for life if I hadn't picked you up. You should be grateful.
There's no way I can be grateful when you talk to me like that.
I said I want them. You just need to quietly make it happen. Everything, housework, your job, should be about what's convenient for me. There's no other role for you.
I have my own life too. I can't keep going if you're just going to keep forcing everything on me.
Do whatever you want then, but don't forget, you'll be the one regretting it later.
Mom, do you have a minute? There's something I really need to talk about. I'm texting you, so if you're busy, just read it later. It's okay. What's going on? Well, I've decided to get married. Surprised? Wait, is it with Anthony? The amazing guy you introduced me to before, right? That's right. Anthony proposed to me the other day in the most romantic way. I was so shocked, but it was so touching. So I said yes, and now we're engaged. I've decided to start a new life with him. Wow, congratulations. Isn't Anthony really successful? I remember hearing he's the CEO of a company. That's right. He runs a programming school and it's expanding nationwide. He told me they're getting more and more students, and the reviews are great. I heard his annual income is roughly $15 million, so he's the perfect match. Wow, that's amazing. Marrying someone that wealthy sounds like a dream come true. And with this, your future is completely secure now, right? Exactly. I really think I'm so lucky to have met Anthony and to even marry him. We should totally throw a huge celebration for this. What do you want to eat? I'll cook anything for you, Stella, whatever you want. No, it's okay. Oh, don't hold back. This is a big deal, so let's celebrate together again. That's not what I mean. Dad already celebrated with me, so it's more than enough. What? He did? So Luke already knew you were getting married? Yeah, I told him about 10 days ago. Are you kidding me? He knew this for that long? But why didn't you tell me? I didn't think I needed to report it to you specifically. It didn't seem like something I had to go out of my way to mention. Wait a minute. Why would you say something like that? Because you're just a stranger to me. You're not my family or anything, so there's no reason for me to tell you.
What?
Why should I have to report anything to someone who's not even family?
Are you talking about the fact that we're not related by blood? But we've been living together for 12 years now. I thought that by now, blood didn't matter and we had become a family.
Interesting. I never looked at it that way. Having you act like my mom honestly made me feel disgusted.
How could you say that? We've always gotten along so well. You even called me Mom all this time.
I don't want to call a stranger Mom.
Then why did you call me Mom all the time?
Because we were living in your house, and I knew you were the one supporting us financially. Dad told me everything. I was just being polite so I wouldn't get on your bad side. But I don't have to do that anymore. I'm marrying rich, so I don't need a fake mom anymore.
Don't say it like that.
I've decided to leave the house, so don't bother me anymore.
I always thought of you as my real daughter. That's why when I heard you were getting married, I was truly happy for you.
Stop it! You're gross! My family is just Dad and Anthony. Everyone else is just a bunch of random people. And you're definitely a total stranger too. Now that I'm marrying someone rich, I don't need a fake mom anymore.
What do you mean? You don't need me anymore?
You're not invited to the wedding, and you should divorce Dad too.
Divorce Luke? There's no way I'd ever do that. Maybe you hated me, but we love each other, so there's no way we're getting divorced.
Oh my God, you're so delusional. Dad doesn't love you or care about you at all.
That's a lie. I won't believe that. Hey, Mom. What's up? Have you been doing well? Oh, Avery? What's going on? It's so rare for you to contact me. Did something special happen? Actually, Stella's getting married. It might be a sudden announcement, but she's already engaged. What? Is she in a relationship with that CEO of the programming school you mentioned? I remember he was incredibly successful. Didn't he have multiple schools across the country? Yeah, that's the one. I knew it. Wow, that's amazing. Marrying someone like that is like a fairy tale come true. Well, actually, that's not the only thing. Stella suddenly told me that she hated me. What? Why would she say something like that when announcing her marriage? She said she's leaving the house and plans to live with Anthony. On top of that, she told me not to have anything to do with her. Wait a minute. How could she say something so awful? It seems like she wanted to get it off her chest now. She said she never liked me. Wait, doesn't she realize how much you have done for her and Luke? She doesn't appreciate any of it. It's okay. I made those choices for the sake of the family and I don't regret them. But I thought she understood at least a little. So hearing those words still hurts. That's unbelievable. How could she say something so disrespectful? When I remarried, Stella was 15 and going through a tough phase, so I thought it was understandable to some extent. But I never imagined she'd throw her feelings at me like this. And to hear this at such an important time before her wedding? Avery, you've worked so hard. Even from my perspective, you've always been so devoted to Stella. And yet she... Honestly, the least she could have done was to start with a thank you. And on top of that, she told me not to attend the wedding. You don't need to go to the wedding of someone like that. Even if I got an invitation, I'd send it back with a big no. Well, Mom, don't worry about it too much. No, I can't bring myself to celebrate a wedding where she says things like that.
And you know what? Stella told me to divorce Luke.
What? Are you serious?
I think from Stella's perspective, Luke is her only family, and she wants to get rid of me.
That's just silly. She still has some childlike behavior going on. Luke isn't taking this seriously, is he?
I'm thinking of reaching out to him directly.
Oh, is something bothering you?
Yeah. Apparently, he found out about the wedding a week before I did.
Oh, really?
But he kept it from me, so...
Maybe Stella told him not to say anything.
Who knows? I'll talk to him and see.
No matter what happens, I'm on your side. Don't forget that.
Thanks. I'll let you know if anything else comes up. Luke, are you busy with work? I need you to get back to me right away. You saw my message on WhatsApp, didn't you? Why aren't you replying?
It's about Stella's wedding, right? I know I should have said something, but she begged me to let her tell you herself, so I'll let her handle it.
But I ended up being told 10 days later. How could you keep something that important a secret? Didn't you feel anything about it?
Nope. Didn't bother me at all. I was just respecting her wishes. What's the problem?
It's a huge problem. And on top of that, Stella told me not to have anything to do with her anymore. How can she say something so cold without hesitation?
I see. But, you know, she's an adult now, and maybe she's just trying to become independent. It's not really something to get worked up about, is it?
That's not it. She made it super clear that I'm not part of her family, and she said it in such a harsh, dismissive way.
What? And why are you mad at me for that? Isn't it your fault for not building a proper relationship with her?
What did you just say? You have no idea how much I've done for Stella. How much I've sacrificed for this family.
No, that's for Stella to decide. If she feels nothing about it, then either your efforts weren't enough or you were focusing on the wrong things.
How can you say that? I worked so hard and now you're denying all of it?
That's your problem. It's not right for you to take it out on me.
And you know what? Stella said she wants me to divorce you.
Oh, that. Yeah, she told me that too.
What? She did?
Yeah, and I've decided to go along with her suggestion. So let's split up.
What? Why would you go along with something so ridiculous just because she said so? There's no reason for us to get divorced.
No, you're not needed anymore, so this is it for us. Let's get divorced.
What do you mean, not needed?
Back then, I was desperate for money and a place to live. That's why I needed you. But now, Stella's marrying someone rich, right? And I'll be moving in with her at that rich guy's house.
What? I've never heard anything about this.
Well, you're irrelevant now. And since you're not needed anymore, I'm telling you, it's time for us to get divorced.
Don't mess with me. You can't just throw me away like this.
Why are you so mad? You're just someone who works at a publishing house and has nothing but your job. The only value you had was earning money for me to use. That's the only reason I got close to you. I never actually loved you.
What did you just say?
Honestly, I'm glad we never had kids together. Can you imagine how ugly they would have turned out?
You and Stella. How dare you deceive me like this?
Even if you were deceived, you got to enjoy a happy married life, didn't you? If we hadn't taken you in, you'd have stayed single your whole life. You should actually be thanking us.
How dare you say something like that? Well, fine. At least I got to hear your true colors. I assume I'm not invited to the wedding, right?
That's right. Stella said she doesn't want a fake mom showing up. Even if you come over, she'll probably just toss you out.
I see. Got it. Then since this house belongs to me, you both can leave right now.
All right, fine. Guess this is goodbye then.
Yeah, I guess so.
What? Hey, let me ask you something.
What is it?
I sent something important to you. The divorce papers. Did you get them?
Yeah, I received them no problem. Great. Once I file them, the divorce will be official. Finally, I can start my new life.
Whatever. I'm living the dream with a rich lifestyle now. Every day, I'm enjoying life in a mansion. How's your single life? Bet you're crying yourself to sleep every night.
It's amazing. I wanted to really thank you too.
What? What do you mean?
I'm saying thank you for divorcing me. Back when I was with you, all I did was waste my energy on unnecessary struggles. But now, that burden is gone, and I feel so much lighter. I can spend time doing what I love, eat whatever I want, whenever I want, and just enjoy my freedom. I never realized life could be this comfortable. And with 2 freeloaders out of the picture, I finally have some financial breathing room. I'm even planning an overseas trip soon.
Yeah. Don't bother pretending. You're obviously lonely deep down, aren't you? You're pathetic.
Sorry to disappoint you, but that's completely wrong. This is exactly how I feel. If anything, I'm thrilled to have this much freedom now. Or what? Were you hoping I'd come crying back to you?
Of course not. I was just hoping to hear your pathetic whining so I could laugh at you.
Too bad. You're wrong again. Now that I don't have to take care of you two, I can focus more on my job than ever before. I really love working at the publishing house, so being able to concentrate fully on my work now is amazing. There were so many things I had to give up because of you too, but now I'm getting all of that back. That's why for me, the divorce was the best decision. Honestly, I wish I'd decided sooner. I'd probably be enjoying even more freedom by now.
Yeah, well, you'll be living alone from now on anyway. Enjoy your lonely life.
I actually think I'll have fun with it for now. So, how's life on your end? Enjoying your rich lifestyle?
Oh, of course. The place is way bigger than your condo, and I'm living the high life over here. Plus, Stella's husband told me I don't need to work anymore, so I quit my annoying job and now I'm just relaxing.
I see. It's nice that Stella married such a great guy.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is the wedding happening soon?
Hey, it's none of your business, so don't ask about it.
Oh, right. My bad. Well, good luck.
Good luck? What are you talking about? Avery, how are you doing? You're not feeling unwell or anything, are you?
Why are you suddenly asking?
Well, I'm in a bit of a bad situation right now.
What? Look, we're not connected anymore, so don't contact me.
No, seriously, we're in trouble here.
What's going on?
That guy, Anthony, turns out he's a complete psychopath. He's been keeping me and Stella locked in the house, treating us like slaves.
Huh. So it was true after all.
What? What kind of reaction is that? You knew about this?
One of my colleagues is a reporter for a gossip magazine, and apparently, that Anthony guy is pretty infamous in certain circles. He's known for extreme workplace harassment, and even got divorced from his previous wife because of it. They're apparently in a nasty legal battle over it right now.
You knew about this and didn't say anything?
I didn't exactly keep it from you. I only heard about it about a month ago. Someone who knew Anthony had remarried and that his new wife was my daughter gave me a heads up. But I told them I wasn't involved with Stella anymore.
Why didn't you tell me about it?
Why would I need to do that? I don't know what kind of life you're actually living. And for all I know, maybe you turned your life around and became decent people.
No, it's way worse than that. We're being completely controlled, and life here is unbearable.
But you're living in a luxurious house and don't even have to work, so isn't that happiness?
Don't be ridiculous. I'd rather go back to living in poverty than this.
Oh, so it's really that bad.
Look, please. We just want to get out of this house, but we have nowhere to go. Both of my parents are gone, so there's no family home to return to. You're the only one we can rely on.
What? You and I are no longer connected, so don't rely on me.
Don't say that. You're still living in that condo, right? Let me and Stella stay with you for a while.
No way. Besides, I've already moved out of that condo.
What? Really?
Yes, I got rid of that condo where I lived with you two for so long. I've moved and started a new life somewhere else.
Then tell me where you're living now.
No way. Why would I tell someone like you?
Wait, please, just listen.
It's been a while, Grandma. How are you doing? It's me, Stella. You remember me, right?
Oh, it's been a long time. But you're not my granddaughter anymore, so could you stop calling me Grandma?
Oh, come on. Who cares? Anyway, could you tell Mom to reply to me? I've tried contacting her so many times, but she's ignoring me.
Well, of course she is. You're the one who cast Avery aside. Now that you're in trouble, reaching out to her is completely wrong. Your father also sent me a similar message. I'm guessing you thought I'd help just because it's a request from a grandchild. Don't think that's going to work. You're not family anymore. Stop trying to involve Avery.
Grandma, you know how difficult your situation is right now, right?
Yes, I've heard. And even so, we have nothing to do with it. You're the one who chose that man, aren't you? And you're the ones who cast Avery aside to live with him. Now you're asking for help? Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
At that time, I was just so excited about getting married.
And so you decided to cast Avery aside? No matter how hard things got, she never once thought of abandoning you.
What do you mean?
Avery used to work as a magazine editor. The job was irregular and physically demanding, but she worked hard at it. But eventually, she couldn't balance her job and taking care of you too. So she transferred to an office position with more stable hours. She chose you over her dream of being a magazine editor. She went that far for you, and you two threw her away without a second thought. Who in their right mind would help people like that? If your situation is tough now, figure it out yourselves. Don't rely on us and don't try to involve us anymore. I'm blocking your messages on WhatsApp.
Let me say it again. It feels absolutely refreshing. It's like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
What do you mean by that?
Well, good for you. Looks like Stella made it through the divorce mediation.
What's with you now? You're the one who abandoned us.
Look who's talking.
This has nothing to do with you anymore. You probably heard it from those gossip magazine people. But let me make this clear. I'm not giving you or anyone else any information about us.
Don't worry. I don't want anything from you either. I just wanted to say, good for you. So, are you two living together now?
Yeah, we're earning money and getting by. Just the two of us.
That's great. At your age, finding work must be a relief.
It's just a part-time job at a supermarket. Anyone, even a foreigner, could do it.
That's quite a bitter thing to say. Are you sleeping well?
Shut up. This has nothing to do with you. Or what? You're not going to suggest we get back together, are you?
As if. Even if you begged, I wouldn't. Actually, I just wanted to share a little update with you today.
An update? About what?
Well, I'm publishing a book.
A book? Did you go back to the editorial department?
Well, that too. But this time, the book is something I wrote.
Wow. I didn't think you had it in you to write a book.
I don't have any talent for writing, but when I told one of my colleagues about you, they loved it.
What? What do you mean?
I'm telling you, I decided to turn the story of marrying you, divorcing you, and you two suffering through life with a rich CEO, then coming crying back to me into a book.
What? Are you even allowed to do that?
Oh, don't worry. I'm changing all the names. I'm not that thoughtless. You don't have to worry about that. When I told the editorial team, everyone was super excited and said, this will definitely sell. We're already getting pre-order inquiries. And if the book does well, they're even considering turning it into a TV series or movie. So, things are about to get busy for me, but I couldn't be more excited.
What? You're using our struggles as a story to make money? You've got to be kidding me.
Struggles? No, this is my life story. And it includes the fact that you abandoned me, so it's rightfully my narrative. Don't get it twisted into thinking it's just your sob story. It's also about my resilience and how I rebuilt my life. How I choose to tell that story is entirely up to me.
But wait a minute. You know, we didn't really mean for things to turn out like this.
Oh, don't worry. I've made sure to include that you didn't mean for it part in the book. In fact, that's what makes the story resonate with so many people. Thanks for that.
What? Did you plan this all along?
Plan it? Not at all. It just happened to turn out this way. Is there a problem with that?
Then I should get a share of the profits, right? It's unfair for you to be the only one making money.
Unfair? Why on earth should I share something I've spent years working hard to build? If anything, your suggestion is what's unfair. Besides, I'm just here to let you know. I don't need your permission, and there's nothing else to discuss.
I'm not talking about permission. Do you even understand how awful what you're doing is?
I'm curious. Who's the true villain in all of this? It's wild how those folks who took advantage of me for money and then ditched me now think they can talk like that. If anything, you're the ones who were awful.
Don't say that. We're really struggling to get by. Couldn't you help us out a little?
Help you, a stranger? Don't be ridiculous. I've no intention of listening to such a request, nor any obligation to.
Please, you have to admit somewhere inside, you still care about us, don't you?
Well, I don't know about that. At the very least, I'd much rather spend my time on meaningful things than waste it worrying about you too. So, from now on, don't contact me anymore, okay? You're nothing more than a part of my past now.
Wait, that's it?
Yes, that's it. Goodbye and have a nice life. Afterward, Stella and Luke were kicked out of that mansion. Anthony's company was suddenly involved in a lawsuit over financial fraud, and most of his assets were seized. As a result, the two of them also lost their place to live. At first, it seems they intended to work together to make ends meet, but Stella's debts caused constant arguments between them. Luke blamed her, saying, "It's your fault for chasing a pipe dream about marrying rich," while Stella retorted, "You're the useless one to begin with," and they had intense fights. Eventually, after throwing each other's belongings in a final argument, they completely severed ties. Stella reportedly started living with a new man after that, but apparently, this man had serious issues as well. This time, it wasn't just workplace harassment. There were reports of severe domestic violence, so much so that the neighbors were often alarmed. In the end, despite chasing her dream of a happy married life, it seems she never found such a life anywhere. As for Luke, I heard he's now living a completely reversed day-night schedule, physically and mentally worn out, while working multiple overnight shifts at supermarkets. He tried to quit, claiming he couldn't keep up physically, but with debts to pay off, he had no choice but to keep working. It looks like he's been going around saying that I and Stella are the reason for his problems. But honestly, no one seems to care to hear it anymore. And me? Thanks to the book I wrote about my experiences back then becoming a big hit, I'm now enjoying new challenges like writing columns and giving talks at events. I truly feel like I'm finally living my life the way I want.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.